Welcome to the world of the Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. Let's dive right in. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, or EC2 for short, is one of the many Amazon Web Services, AWS. At the most basic level, it is a form of cloud computing that uses instances of virtual machines as servers. Now, you may be wondering what an instance is. An instance is simply one particular virtual server. When you create an instance, it means you're creating a virtual server that you'll connect to later. If you're familiar with object-oriented programming, an instance of a class is somewhat similar to the instances that I'm talking about here. Above all, EC2 is a modern and cost-effective alternative to traditional physical data servers. Interacting with an EC2 instance is exactly the same as with a normal server, but it runs on one of Amazon's servers. These servers are fast, reliable, and well-equipped. Let me show you what I mean. To get started with EC2, we need to go to the Amazon Web Services website at aws.amazon.com. At the top right, let's click the link for AWS Management Console. Everything you could possibly need from AWS can be accessed from this page. Let's click EC2. This is the EC2 dashboard. On the left side, you can see that there are lots of options. These will help you customize your EC2 instance. Let's go ahead and click the Launch Instance button at the middle of the page. This page now asks you to choose what operating system you want on your instance. As you can see, there are many options. Let's try Amazon Linux, which is Amazon's very own distribution of the Linux operating system. Now we get to choose what type of instance we want. Amazon offers micro, general purpose, memory optimized, storage optimized, and compute optimized instances. An optimized instance simply means it is more equipped to handle serious jobs. For example, a CPU optimized instance generally has more CPUs, making it better for heavy computing. A great feature about any EC2 instance is that you can set it to automatically scale up when it is under heavy load. This means the server gets more resources like processing power, memory, or storage without having to reboot. This is a huge plus over a traditional server. For now, let's just stick to micro. This page is just an overview of what we've done so far. Let's try and launch it. But wait, we need a key pair. Amazon is very serious about security. It uses key pairs to ensure that only you have administrative control of the instance. Let's create one and download it so we can access the instance once it's launched. After we click launch, we just have to wait a few seconds for the instance to be ready. Now that the instance is running, what do? Amazon makes it really easy for new users to start to interact with their instance. First, we click the Connect button at the top. This brings up a guide that helps you connect to your instance via SSH. SSH stands for Secure Shell, and it basically lets you remotely access the command line interface on your server. The most important thing to know is the server's public IP. This is like the server's location on the internet. Now we can open our terminal emulator and connect to our EC2 instance. Alright, that's it. Now we're connected to our EC2 instance. It may not seem like much, but don't be fooled. The command line interface is just as powerful, if not more, than a GUI interface. The possibilities for this server are pretty much endless. For example, we can enter the command Python, which brings us into interactive Python mode. You can do anything you'd normally do in Python, like print hello world or do some calculations. But you probably know that you don't need a server to use Python. So what are some good uses for Amazon EC2? Two very common uses for EC2 are hosting gaming servers and WordPress blogs. What you just saw were the commands needed to run a Minecraft server on the EC2 instance. If I gave the public IP address of the instance to others, they would also be able to connect and play on the same world. When you use your EC2 instance, it's just a matter of knowing what commands to use. The internet is an incredible tool for this. There are thousands of guides and tutorials online on how to do just about anything. Some other common uses are developing and testing applications for various platforms, creating offsite backups of data, hosting web and FTP servers, running complex computer simulations, and drafting 3D models. For the WordPress blog, all I did was followed a guide that Amazon published in its AWS documentation. Because it was so thorough and beginner-friendly, I was able to create and start posting on the blog in mere minutes. Some big users of Amazon EC2 and the whole suite of Amazon Web Services are Netflix, the NASA Jet Propulsion Lab, Adobe, SAP, Pfizer, Citrix, and Reddit. Thanks for watching.